everybody, it is time for Robot Wars once again. This installment, we've got Mackenzie with R2-D2 against Christina with Data. Star Wars v. Star Trek. Christina, clearly ready to be Star Trek-y.
I had this already. This was not some sort of...
You didn't buy it just for this?
I... Actually, maybe we should just anticipate the expense report.
If you can dig up the receipt from a couple of years ago at whatever con you bought that at, then yeah, absolutely. Mackenzie, you look nothing like R2-D2.
I know!
-5 right off the bat.
But they have dresses, but they weren't going to get here in time. It was a whole thing. I actually called 2 stores.
Did you really try?
I tried, because she showed up in that.
Oh, you tried like just now?
This morning, I tried to do it.
How this is going to work, you each get 2 minutes to start with, then you'll get a minute's worth of rebuttal, then you'll get another little minute's worth of closing arguments to go to it, okay? And I flipped a coin before either of you got in the room, and Mackenzie's going first. Excuse me?
I did. Me go first.
I swear to God, I flipped a coin.
I'm sweating. I'm freaking out.
All right.
Okay.
You ready?
No. I know.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Start it. You ready? Okay. Starting now.
Okay. At 9.6 meters, we cannot underestimate R2-D2's amazingness. He is a small bundle of joy. He's clever. He's quick-witted. He is brave, and he's pretty spunky. And before you write him off for being maybe less intelligent than some of the other robots on this list, let's go through some of the many times that R2-D2 has saved the day. Okay, well, I'm super nervous. So, first, in A New Hope, he slices the Death Star computer to figure out where to disengage the attractor beam. Then, he stops the garbage compactor from crushing Han Solo, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, and Luke Skywalker. He is super brave riding outside, increasing the thrust power on the X-Wing. Then, in The Empire Strikes Back, that's cool. Shut up. In The Empire Strikes Back, R2 creates a cloud in the doorway, letting Princess Leia, Chewbacca, and Lando, escape onto the Millennium Falcon, and then he fixes the Millennium Falcon hard drive so that they can escape. In The Return of the Jedi, he gets Luke Skywalker his lightsaber back from Jabba's sail barge by shooting it to him. Then, he frees Leia from Jabba's handcuffs. These are just the first 3 movies, and he is a staple all through 6 movies for a reason, not just because he's lovable. I have here a quote from Lucas himself. When he was asked what he was going to miss about the Star Wars franchise, he said, well, R2-D2, because he's the hero of the entire thing. He's the one that always comes through and saves everybody. I'd like to have a pal like that would come through and save me once in a while. Now, there you have it. I mean, R2-D2 is dependable, lovable, he's entertaining, he sings, he plays holograms, he plays games, and he's everything that you could ever want in a robot. Seriously, R2-D2's the best.
With 8 seconds to spare.
I did it.
You did it. Good work. Okay, Christina, for your first 2 minutes, your opening salvo. You ready?
All right.
Go.
All right, first of all, I have to acknowledge up front that this is really tough. These are both really amazing robots, and R2-D2 is hands down one of the most lovable things about any franchise, really. R2 may be the hero of Star Wars according to George Lucas, although George Lucas' opinion on Star Wars is questionable sometimes. But Data is really like the heart of Star Trek: The Next Generation, especially in the movies where he gets some of the best lines in. You know, assimilate this!
That's a quality line.
Data and R2 are really well matched in terms of intelligence and competence. They both can come through in a pinch, but Data has a few things that are definitely going for him. First of all, he can speak English. He can speak for himself. The beeps and the whirs are really endearing, but if you want to know what R2's actually saying in a language that humans can understand, you gotta have C-3PO there. And there's a reason that you picked R2 and not 3PO, and that's because 3PO is kind of annoying. On the other hand, if anyone's translating for Data, it's like Jean-Luc Picard or Geordi LaForge, and I challenge anyone to not want to hang out with Sir Patrick Stewart. This isn't strictly a who can win in a fight situation, but come on, in a fight, Data could totally crush R2. And finally, as a lady, I have to appreciate the fact that Data is fully functional.
15 seconds to go. You sure you don't want to elaborate on fully functional?
Data is fully functional.
Data
as an android
has a wiener.
And he is programmed in various techniques.
Okay, that's over the allotted time, but I will allow that to be on the official record, just because I wanted you to elaborate on fully functional. Okay, to rebut the fully functional Data. You have 1 minute starting now.
Okay, first of all, that's like the creepiest thing I've ever heard. Why do we want a fully functional robot? You're like Lars and the real girl over here. Like, second of all, I think that's the part of Data that's kind of creepy. He's so human-like that basically you're just hiring a friend. It's just kind of super nerdy to go out and just find someone that you can program to do everything you want, but also be really brilliant and hang out with them. And cool, I can hire a friend too. Someone like R2-D2 is better to have around. He's totally dependable. He's gonna be your best friend. So he's kind of like having a pet. You have a friend, someone to hang out with, but you don't actually have to substitute real human beings with Data.
Christina,
So nervous.
what do you say to that over the next minute starting now?
So Mackenzie's 2 main points are that he saves the day a lot, which is totally true. But the thing is, Data could almost certainly handle hacking the Death Star computer or fixing the Millennium Falcon. Plus, he wouldn't constantly be getting zapped with his little appendages flying out everywhere.
So
Data
cool.
has hands. He can fire a gun. He can fight off more than just an Ewok. R2 is adorable. He is endearing. Data has a cat, though, and the internet loves cats. He isn't human, though. He's on a quest to become more human. He tries and he fails. R2 mostly just succeeds, except when
Why is that
he
a
gets a
problem?
feedback loop.
Time.
Just got excited.
Most valuable robot, most valuable character.
Okay, there we go.
Nice
All
thing.
right, so any closing thoughts just for the sake of mixing it up and not going back and forth? Christina, I'll let you go first with the closing thoughts.
Well, you're already sitting here on YouTube. I challenge you to look for a YouTube compilation of Data's best lines. You will get so many results. Look for R2-D2's best lines. See what you get.
Going straight to the best lines. That could be argued that it's the writer's
How
fault,
about best
but that's a fair
moments?
point.
But
Mackenzie?
R2 can't
Best
speak
moments.
English.
Best
Okay,
moments.
okay.
I gotcha.
Mackenzie, go ahead. Your
Okay.
final thoughts.
Okay, final thought. When it comes to robots, we have to ask ourselves, how smart do we actually want our technology to be? I mean, when we make robots super smart, we fall into like Blade Runner territory where I think, therefore I am. There's the existential crisis and the how do we deal with the subhuman. Now, we're falling into that category when we get with Data a little bit. He's a much smarter organism than R2-D2. Whereas R2-D2, totally cool, gonna do what you want. It'd be like if your laptop said to you, hey, I don't wanna write this Word document right now, and go do whatever. I mean, you can't do anything. R2-D2 is like, I'm loyal, I'm dependable, whatever you wanna do, I'm here to serve you.
So your argument here is that R2 is less perfect than Data. But we have established in canon that Data is perfectly well not perfect.
Just like the rest of us humans.
Just like the rest
How
of
about
us
that?
humans.
All right, everybody. Some good arguments there. We got Star Wars versus Star Trek. We have My Robot is Dumb, and that's good, versus My Robot Can Bang, and that's also good. So let us know what you think. Down in the comments below, there's a comment that says thumbs up here if Mackenzie wins. There's a comment that says thumbs up here if Christina wins. Go find those comments down there, right down there below. Let us know who wins, and come back next time for more Robot Wars. That's it? You guys are done?
Dumb and dependable is good. Also, I want to
Data
know
is very dependable.
Data, when stuff is happening. Does
Why are
his
you,
white
why are you
gold
just
face
assuming that
makeup and
Data is
stuff
just going to
come
sit there and
off
let
on
things
you?
happen to
No,
people?
it's
That's
very
my
good
problem.
makeup.
I mean, like, the sheets
Whereas
can get really messy.
when stuff is happening to R2, like
It's
random
happening, but you
patches
have makeup
just
on, it goes everywhere.
What comes out of Data?